Welcome back to EnlightenedTrading. I'm your host Conrad, and today we have another look at the crypto market. So we had a big drop in Bitcoin yesterday, and this will be the main topic of today. But besides that, we're also going to talk about some on-chain data analysis, the crypto fear and greed index right here, Ethereum as well, and of course where I think price is going in the near-term future. So stick until the end if you want to know all about that. And of course, go down, please, and leave a comment down below this video. Say I subscribed. I'm going to personally reply to your comment, and thank you very much for doing so, of course. And as well, leave a like down below this video. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so we are here looking at the Bitcoin price. As you can see, this is the weekly time frame, and this is just to show you that we are still a-okay in this option, even though yes, we had a dump yesterday, and we also went below some critical daily resistance on the weekly time frame. We are still fine. We still can retest 10.5k. There's no trouble. And this is still looking very nice, and it just says that weekly consolidation is now most likely on the way, and of course it already happened. So once we break out, actually, and this can happen in a few weeks time, maybe even a few months, we can still longer consolidate here. There's no trouble. And yeah, I don't think we will go below this critical support area of $10,500. But if we go to the daily time frame, then you can see we broke below this very critical support trend line here. We also retested it very nicely, so we confirmed the breakdown. And yesterday we dumped all the way down to 11,100 approximately, and we're now still going sideways. So yeah, I mean, this looks like there's still more room for further downside, and of course there's still more room until 10,500 will be reached. If I go to the price range, then we can still drop another 7% in Bitcoin until this target is reached, and also of course have some buy orders down from 10,600 all the way down to 10,400 approximately, for, you know, catching this bottom and this dip. So this will be the thing I'm going to wait for. And as you can see, this is the moving average, the 100 daily EMA, just averaging the last 100 daily candles of price action. And we can see it very nicely supported the price of Bitcoin right here, and then once the price actually went higher, the moving average is now also ascending, of course, and it's coming like close to 10,500 actually. This would be very nice if we get a retest of this very critical support and also of the moving average. So this could possibly, if I extend the moving average, then this could move like this, and this will take us approximately to early September for the moving average to actually go to go to 10,500. Maybe of course we can wick down below 10,500 and then quickly come up. This will also be no trouble in my opinion, and also maybe not even too unlikely to happen. So there is still a lot of support for Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is in any trouble in the near-term future, until of course we see major candle closes on a daily and weekly time frame down below here. So I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to activate the TD sequential for now. And what is pretty interesting is that we are now on an 8 on content phase, so we're going to have a 9 most likely tomorrow. Of course, it very much depends how this daily candle closes today, but if it closes in this vicinity, then I do think we will get a 9 most likely, and actually this usually sends prices higher. Now this is a bit troublesome because the 9 which is coming, I don't think that prices already drop far enough for the 9 to rebound the price. So what I think is it is a bit more likely than just moving back up on this coming 9 on the TD sequential is that we actually move lower, maybe even all the way down to 10,500 tomorrow, and then rebound sharply. So on one candle, we will create a huge doji candlestick, moving down and then wicking back up on this 9, and this could create a very nice reversal pattern and a very nice trading opportunity for any long positions down all the way down to 10,500, and this would be a very nice target and a very nice trade, of course. So this is not too unlikely looking at the TD sequential, but as I said, it's a bit troublesome because going that far on one candle is not too likely, especially because we already dropped so far. So please take it with a grain of salt, but that's what I'm looking for in the short term. And yeah, as I said, I'm looking for further downside, although this on the 4-hour chart, it does look something similar like an ascending triangle, but it's not too pretty. It more looks like a bear flag. If I could draw something, we can deactivate this, something like this bear flag. So I don't like this too much because it already created higher highs and did not consolidate in an equilibrium, which means lower highs and higher lows. An equilibrium is just something like this, creating a pennant. So we did not see it right here, and this usually also breaks out to either side. So I'm not too bullish right now. As I said, I'm looking for lower prices. Okay, just going to Ethereum, of course, looking pretty similar, but there's one distinct difference. For example, is that we have this descending channel here, also acting pretty nice as support and resistance, and we have a critical support area of $365 approximately, and this will also be the target I'm looking out for currently for a retest of this level. We already retested it 2 to 3 times, and actually maybe even once again. So I'm not too confident anymore in this level, and I think it's not too unlikely that it actually breaks to the downside. And if we go to the daily, then you can see where it all goes back to. It goes back to over 1 year, and as well then another year. So at least 2 years if you do not include these wicks here. Then yeah, as I said, it's a very important level to actually hold for Ethereum. Now once it breaks lower, I do see a rebound all the way down to $287. I don't think it would be too unlikely to actually reach there on Ethereum, especially if Bitcoin collapses down to 10,500. I see Ethereum going all the way down to here, because usually Ethereum is much more volatile than Bitcoin. So this means a move in Bitcoin of approximately 7.5% down to 10,500 is not equal to just dropping 4% down to this critical support area. So once Bitcoin actually breaks down to 10,500 and over 7%, I do see a drop in Ethereum over 20% coming. I don't think it's too unlikely actually that this happens. So I would be very careful for any longs here, and I would trade it with a very tight stop loss. Okay, so that's Ethereum. And yeah, also what is pretty interesting on Ethereum is that looking at the TD sequential, we already have, compared to Bitcoin, we already have today the 9 buy, usually sending prices higher. So maybe we will dump on this 9, or maybe even tomorrow on the 1. So yeah, Ethereum is not looking too nice compared to Bitcoin, which still says that there is a lot of room for consolidation or more downside. Ethereum already says you should look up for any longs. So yeah, I'm mostly sticking with Bitcoin for now. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to look at the crypto fear and greed index. As you can see, we are still in the greed phase. This is somewhat extreme greed. We had just greed yesterday, so I would mostly just call it greed. But as you can see, we still are right here above pretty important levels here. We are still pretty overbought. So as I said, there's also a reason why I'm confident in 10,500 for a retest, maybe even wicking lower down to 10,000. It's not too unlikely that this happens, and this will then also coincide with Ethereum going even lower to my target of $287. If Bitcoin, for example, collapses all the way down to 10,000, then this would be approximately 11% from the current price. So this would, as I said, coincide with Ethereum dropping over 20%. I do see this coming. So yeah, the crypto fear and greed index still says that we are overbought currently. Yet if you look at the stock to flow model, we are still a-okay in this uptrend. We are still acting very nice, and according to past past performance and of course to this model, we're still very nice in the trend. And if I assume in right here in the past 27 bull run, then you can see we actually the biggest part of the trend was actually below this moving average right here. We moved alongside it. We also touched it a few times, but afterwards, can I delete this or no? Okay, but of course afterwards we then once we went parabolic, we went above it. So what's now likely to happen, in my opinion, if assume in right here on the current price, then we actually move alongside and slowly come back up and come back down along this moving average, and then significantly breaking above it. So I'm not too worried about Bitcoin's price right now, even if we drop a little bit, that we still create higher lows on the stock to flow model and move alongside it on the bottom, and then go parabolic above, and most likely then also above 10,000 sometime in the next year, in mid next year. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it already for today's video. Thank you very much for watching and staying tuned, of course, all the way down until the end. Make sure you like the video down below, and as I said, leave a comment and say I subscribed. I would really, of course, thank you very much for doing so. And of course, go ahead and check my Instagram page for some funny content along the way as well. Okay, that's it, and I'll see you guys and girls and people back next time. Bye.